Hey guys, Oblivion here, coming at you with a deck profile on my Dark World deck. Now, I know that I just uploaded the Dark World deck yesterday, but honestly, I reviewed the build and I was like, God, this build is so awful. Like, really, I didn't, like I told you guys, I'm really, I was brand new to Dark World, and I'm still not. I mean, it's been a day. I'm not saying that I'm the best Dark World player in the world, but I've learned a lot of stuff. I looked at a lot more deck profiles, and I actually figured out that I was mostly playing a mixture, and that's why it was being inconsistent on me. So I just decided to take one straight route, and make it a lot more consistent, either a turbo build or control build. And I just decided to take the control build because I am a stun player, and I feel like the control build plays more with my style. Plus, I really dislike Reckless Greed. I mean, really, this is gonna be my deck that I might decide to run it. I don't know, because I really like Dark Worlds. I like the way they play. And I'm not gonna bullshit. I like their sackiness, and when I mean sackiness, I mean how they fucking pop everything with Grapha, and they search everything they need, and they draw everything, and blah 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 blah. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna be playing a lot more with Dark Worlds just because I think that they're a pretty good deck. I mean, if you ask me for a competitive match, then I'll most likely go for Dark Worlds. Just because, and I know that's gonna get a lot of people pissed off, but I like Dark Worlds. I mean, of course, my main deck will always be my Beast Drain deck, of course. But I like Dark Worlds, and I think that there's nothing wrong with having I mean, if you had to choose a competitive deck, what would you choose? Some people might choose 6 Sands, most people would choose Mermails, most people would choose E-Dragons, whatever. Yeah, guys. So I'm gonna take out the updated deck. I'm gonna take out the old uploaded because I don't want to look like a noob, and I'm gonna upload this one. So this is basically a re-upload. So with a much better deck in my opinion. So yeah, guys, let's just go straight to the deck profile. 3 Grapha, main boss monster, pops everything, bounce back, becomes 3,000, EEV target, 3 Snow, because Snow searching is the whole fucking deck. That's really about it. I mean, I wish Snow could search out fucking, drag down or card destruction, but she can't. But anyways, Snow is just great. Hopefully she never gets hit. 3 Brow, because brows are just draw power. One other thing that I should say, one of the other reasons I like freaking Dark Worlds is because their budget is hell. You literally spend, I think, like $50 or less on the main board, and the extra deck could be any generic rank 3, and that's really about it. And like a couple of rank 5s, and like a Heliopolis, which is a 10 of itself. So, okay, 2 Silva. It's an EV target, plus it's a level 5, so you have rank 5 opportunities, which I've actually never gone into a rank 5 with this deck. But yeah. Plus, in the mirror match, Silva is so good. Silva's so good in the mirror match. 2 Tour Guides. Tour Guide abuses the living shit out of Tour Guide in this deck. Not even gonna lie. Honestly, guys, by the way, if you're playing first and you don't know what your opponent's playing, I would recommend going Tour Guide into Tour Guide, because you don't want your opponent hinting that you're playing Dark Worlds, because then he's going to be a lot more hesitant on using his discard outlets and whatnot, and his drag down to the graves and card whatever. He's going to be more hesitant on doing that. So I recommend going Tour Guide into Tour Guide. And I'm also running 2 Trans Archfiends, because Trans Archfiend is an amazing card. Recycles back your banished, Grapha, Snows, Brows, and it's great. It's a deck Devi target as well, and I mean, it's a fiend, so you can banish with gates. And okay, for the spells, I'm running 3 Dark World dealings. Of course, don't know why people say to cut this down. I don't think any Dark World player will ever cut this down. I think Dark World dealings is just way too good. 3 the Gates of Dark World, main discard outlet in my opinion. 3 Drag Down to the Grave, because it's a broken ass card and she get hit. It lets you see your hand, sets up for Mind Crush play and your Eradicator plays. Now for the 1-for-1s, we're playing 1 card destruction, 1 heavy storm. I'm sorry, 1 monster reborn, 1 heavy storm, 1 allure of darkness, 1 foolish. No dark holes, because no dark holes. I'm actually debating, and I don't know about this, guys, but I'm actually debating on taking out the heavy storm and maybe putting back in the dark hole, because there's like, I've had problems that it's like, I literally, because okay, let me put an example for you guys. let's say, okay, you open up with the hand of drag down and like a snow and like a brow or whatever, you know, and everything else is like spells, like a dark world dealings, and you know, an upstart. You don't want to get rid of that. Your opponent, you don't want your opponent to get rid of that. So you would want to set your drag. I'm sorry. You would want to set your dealings and your upstarts, and then activate drag down. But then you have all those spells there. And let's say you top deck into a heavy storm. You're not gonna heavy storm your own fucking field, and like lose a dark world dealings and an upstart because you have no dark worlds to activate them. You know. So I don't know about heavy storm. I'm a little bit fuzzy on it, but you know, whatever. I'm also running 3 upstart goblins. I'm gonna say what every other Dark World player says. It's like running a 37 card deck, and 2 gateway to Dark World. Now I actually got this idea from the guy who taught YCS Miami with Dark Worlds. He such a great card. I mean, honestly, it's really a great card. People like misrate it, you know, so many times. I mean, you guys have no idea how many times. I mean, this card could be used as an offensive I'm sorry guys, offensive card or defensive card. One of my favorite plays to do is, you know, if I have a Graphite Grave and like a Snow or a Brow, I could always like end phase activate Gateway to Dark World, special summon a Brow or a Snow, then bounce back to Snow or Brow for the Grapple. So there you go. That's an auto +1 right there. And then you can search out with Snow. That's fucking great. Or it could be used as an offensive card if, you know, your opponent has a heavy monster on the board. They could go into Grapha, and Grapha's 27, and that motherfucker's gonna have trouble getting over a 27,000 beater. And that's not mentioning if you have gates. Okay, for the trap lineup, 2 Eradicator. Eradicator, so good, so good. It's amazing, and fucking, it's an auto win card against spellbooks. You want to draw this card as quickly as possible against spellbooks. As well as Fire Fist, cost spells are fucked. Let's see, anything else? I can't really think of anything. Mermills, you would mostly cost spells because, I mean, they play traps, but like 3, you know, not really that big of a deal. And that's really all I could think of. That's all I could think about. Yeah. 2 Mind Crush, great card, sets up plays. I mean, this and Drag Down to the Grave, and that's the best play in the goddamn deck. You activate Drag Down to the Grave, look at your opponent's hand. Let's say they have a handful of fucking spells. You know, you would go to their turn, chain, Eradicate, Epidemic. They discard all the spells, and then when they, you know, whatever, whatnot, blah blah, and then you Mind Crush, and they lose hand control. And I'm actually running defensive traps for the Torrential Tributes because, I mean, you could just keep on bringing back Rafa, so it doesn't even matter. For the side deck now, I am running 2 Raikou, 3 MST, 1 Dust Tornado, 2 Royal Decree, 2 Deck Devi, 1 Eradicator, 2 Skill Drain, and 2 Dark Smog for the mirror match. And for the extra deck, generic crap, 2 Levier, 1 Leviathan, 1 Zen Mains, 1 Giga Brilliance, 1 number 30 Acid Golem of Destruction, a Temp Tempo, a Dire Wolf, Maestroke, Cowboy, Laval Chain, 1 Crimson, Tyrius, Volcanosaurus, and a Heradic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. Yeah. So anyways, guys, that's the deck for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the deck profile. It's a competitive deck. It's fast as fuck, and hopefully you guys, you know, enjoy it. Anyways, guys, this has been Oblivion. And yeah, guys, let me know how it goes, and see you guys later. Deuces.